it's very interesting because in some ways, even though I have been writing all my life, because I love to read, most authors do. And when I read like Nancy Drew way back in fourth grade, third or fourth grade, I started writing my own Nancy Drew series. So
Wow.
that's when I started writing. But it never occurred to me that this is something I could actually do as a living. So I didn't even really consider it. At the same time, I also did a lot of art as well and sold things, and so I had the artistic thing going on. And back in those days in school we had home ec, so I learned to sew, and I thought, you know what, a fashion designer, that's what I want to be. I want a
Yeah.
fashion designer. But I always knew that when I would go for that major, I wanted another major just to balance it out. And anyway, so I went to NDSU, North Dakota State University, and enrolled in textiles and clothing, and that's the fashion design department. That was my what I was doing. And then I thought, okay, what's the next major? I don't know. And again, all this time I'm still writing on the side. I'm writing my own books and whatever. It's just, the journey. I was continuing that journey. Then I decided, oh, there's a journalism, they have a journalism course or whatever. So I enrolled in that, Journalism 101. And I really enjoyed it. They automatically send your articles to the student newspaper. And they contacted me and said, you know what? You're actually a good writer. Do you want to come and work for us? So it kind of evolved from there. And by the time I graduated NDSU, I decided what I wanted to do. I had basically a fashion design major, or a textiles and clothing major, and a journalism degree, a print journalism degree. So I wanted to combine that. And there was two newspapers I used to read in college. One was Women's Wear Daily, which is huge. It's out of New York City. And the other one was California Apparel News, which was out of LA. And I was like, well, I'm going to New York City. I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to go to New York City? And my parents like, okay, hold on. They're like, your brother is out in LA right now because he was working. My brother Jeff was working there, my older brother, and they had a lot of friends out in LA. My dad used to go in the winters and work out there for this one company that he was friends with the owner. Anyway, so they're like, nobody in New York City, but we know people in LA.
Yeah. And back then, that was a thing because there was no connections otherwise, right?
Exactly.